day, and I am so excited. Y'all just don't know. But I will say this, that my partner of 13 years, thank you for those kind words. You mean the world to me. I will say to all of you today that I am humbled and I'm honored that Governor Roy Cooper decided to make me the next district court judge for Chatham and Orange counties. And I also say that it's very much an honor for me to be filling the seat of my brother, my friend, and my mentor, the Honorable Joseph Moody Buckner. I have so many people to thank because you don't get in this position by yourself. It takes the help of many good people to get where I am today. But one thing that I want to let you know is that first and foremost, I want to praise my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For without him, I would not be here and I would have nothing. But also I'm asking and I'm praying that he provides me with the Spirit. And the Spirit will be to have wisdom, patience, and compassion, and to render fair and just decisions. That is my prayer. To my dad, I want to thank him for loving me, for throwing the ball with me, for teaching me how to hunt, for always helping me to become a man, to deal with adversity, and pushing me to be the best that I could be. To my dad, rest in peace, and I love you. To my sweet mother, whom was always there, I want to thank her for loving me and for giving me a compassionate soul and for teaching me how to treat others and also for being my best friend and always lending an ear. Rest in peace, Mom. To my wife, Kimberly, thank you for your selfless love, your support through this journey. You are my soulmate, my best friend, and I love you. To my daughters, Taylor Nicole, Peyton Victoria, and Kelsey Elise, you have given me so much joy, much diversity. You have my heart, always. I will work hard in this position as district court judge to make you proud, and I will do that. To my law partners, Sam Williams and Jack Moody. Of course, Joe let the cat out of the bag as to I wouldn't even have that job if he didn't decline it. But I will say this, Sam, Jack not able to make it. Well, I will say this, and you make sure, and I will tell him myself. But thank you so much for that day that you allowed me to come to Solid City and be part of your country law practice, because that's what we had, a country law practice. But one thing about you guys was this, you were country gentlemen, and you taught me how to respect everyone. You taught me how to practice the art of law, and for that, I'm truly grateful. You will always be my friend. You will always be my brother. And I love you. I've already kind of talked to you, Kurt, partner, but I want to say a couple more things to you. You and I have managed to practice during very tough economic times. We have managed to practice when the number of lawyers have increased immensely. We have tried to protect our borders in Chatham. We have fought hard to keep a practice going. And we've had many conversations about how to run a law practice, and we've always had each other's back. And for that, I am truly thankful. But also there's another positive side, and I told you there's always a positive spin with me. And I am very confident that what has started in 1929 as Moody and Moody, and then became Moody, Moody, and Williams, and then became Moody, Williams, and Roper, And lastly, Moody, Williams, Roper, and Lee will continue to serve the people of Chatham and Orange County, and will serve them well. You have a heart for it. You love people, and I am confident that moving forward in the future, I look forward to seeing what you will do. To my Moody, Williams, Roper, and Lee family, wow. Any lawyer will tell you this. I am no better than my support staff. You are the reflection of us in the community. Job well done. You have always been there for us. You have worked hard. You have been diligent. You have been loyal. And you have loved our clients. See, that's the difference in a small town country practice, is you love your people. And we love them. And now that I'm taking this different journey, I want you to know that you are so appreciated and that I love each and every one of you. All right, now it's getting good. To my judges, 30 years ago, I can remember my first trial. It was over in the old district courtroom behind me in the courthouse annex. The presiding judge was the Honorable Judge Stanley Peel. A lot of you know him. Well, I'm just chomping at the bit for my first trial. I cannot wait. So guess which one I picked? A driving while impaired trial, resist, delay, and obstruct an officer in the performance of his duties. So to give you a little factual background, my client somehow had a disagreement with the state highway patrolman as to why he was stopped and to why he was being arrested for drunk driving. Well, in response, the highway patrolman did not see it as a discussion. He saw it as a disruption. So he conveniently drugged my client's face up and down 64 to where he had a nice prominent scab. And being the lawyer that I am, or was trying to be, what do? You take a picture. So I took a picture. So I go to court with my picture, just ready to, there's no reason to stop my client. My client has been abused, dismissed. Sam Cooper's the DA. That's highway patrolman, some of you may know. But I thought it was funny in my first trial, Sam Cooper said, "Would you please state your name?" And by the time he said that, the trooper responded about the stop, the arrest, and the process, and the breathalyzer reading, and I haven't even made an objection yet. So then I start objecting, and Judge Peel, of course, what does he do? Overruled. And so the end of the story is my client was found not guilty of resist, delay, and obstruct because of what? The picture. But he was found guilty of driving while impaired. Probably the right decision. The other thing that I remember was my first jury trial up here. So I don't know if you noticed any noise here today. Did any of you notice that? So imagine a young lawyer on their first jury trial hearing or in their opening statement, and all of a sudden a dadgum tractor trailer comes through here screaming, and the jury's going, I can't hear. And so I'm screaming like this, trying to talk to the jury. But what was so much fun about that is that's Chatham. That's this historic courthouse. And I loved it when city lawyers came here because they didn't know that was coming. And I knew it was. So, it was just great. But I get carried away with stories sometimes. This is the deal. To all the judges that are here present, let me tell you what common thread this young lawyer saw, and it continued throughout my 30-year career. We have the most genuine judges in Orange and Chatham counties. And when I mean genuine, I mean classy people. I mean people who are honest, who have integrity, who care. It has made me a better person to serve under each of you, because what you have done for me is you've shown me how to be compassionate towards the plight of others. You have shown me how to care for the community. You have shown me how to work hard. And you have shown me how to be respectful for all the people. And for that, I am honored to have appeared before you, and I am now honored to be one of you. Thank you for your service. To my clerk, I have had clerks, but my clerk, you can't practice law without a clerk. I hope you know that. I didn't even know how to file a pleading when I got here, okay? So you have to have the clerks, but for our clerks, we have the best clerk's office in the state of North Carolina. And the reason we do is because they too care. Have you noticed a common thread here? They do care. They love people. They're competent. And by the way, probably the nicest people you'll ever meet. And so to them, I thank you. To my DAs and my sheriffs. That's kind of a love relationship. You kind of want them love-hate relationships, right? You know, criminal defense lawyer with sheriffs and DAs. But I will say this, I'm thank you for taking care of our community. Because this is how I see it. You keep us safe. You work hard, and it's always expected. But you're not appreciated as much as you need to be. And I want you to know I appreciate you, and we've appreciated you, and I give you thanks. Representative Robert Reeves, I see you. I know you're where you at. There you are. My man, when this process started, I got on the text. I text my man Robert, and he texted me right back and he said, I'm so glad you're making this move. And I can tell you he worked for me and he battled for me. And I know that. And Robert and I have had histories, and he too is of that genuine quality. And I'm so glad that you're reelected. And by the way, you crushed it. And I'm happy for you. And I continue to support you and continue to appreciate you. Randy Bowler, thank you so much. The Chatham County Democratic Party didn't know who I was. Joe Hackney told me when I was running, Joe Hackney said, you're not very political. I said, well, Joe, I've been raising $3. I haven't thought much about being political. He said, well, you better get out there and start talking to some people. Guess whose name came up? Randy Bowler. Thank you. All right, so now this is the question that everybody's been wanting to know. What kind of judge will I be? Wow. Well, I've dreamt about it. I've tossed and turned about it for the last 2 months. I don't know. I just want to do it. And it kind of reminds me a lot of a football game. You have all this anticipation and anxiety before you kick off, not knowing what's going to happen. But let me tell you what happens. Once it's kicked off, and once that first lick takes place, you lose all those butterflies, and as we say at Alabama, game on. And it's time to shine. Coach Bryant used to always say, it's time to shine. I'm ready. Let me tell you what I will do. I will be me, because I don't know how to be anybody else. I will work hard to do the people's work. I will listen. Lawyers come to me. I will listen. Bring your clients, and I will listen. I will be respectful. I will exercise compassion, and I will use equity, and I will be fair. I will be impartial, and I will equally, and I emphasize equally, apply the law to all people in Chatham and Orange counties. So in closing, I would like to share Galatians 5:22 through 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. May God bless each of you, and roll tide. Thank you.